What's up, guys? It's welcome to Live with Rex, episode 174. Despite these no longer being daily, I'm happy that I managed to get a second one in within the space of a day. I'm aiming for about an hour. I'm about, how late am I in this? 33 minutes, but I was out, so that contributed. And when I got back, there's stuff I wanted to do, so that also would have contributed. So there is that. This live, we're focusing on that corner. So earlier today, a couple hours back, we managed to get a lot more shelf work finished. Now it's all that stuff there that needs done, because I've not gotten around to do it because I'm lazy or something. Actually, but essentially, because that's all kind of the bottom two of this is just like mass, very poorly organized storage. I blame all of you. And he's doing, we're not touching the actual Lego side of those shelves because I don't feel like dealing with that right now. It's more so getting that other bit sorted. It was sorted until I started to put other objects there. I've got, Lego boxes, more recent purchases are sitting there. So, yeah, we're going to try and get that dealt with. Just going to move a couple things here so I can get more access to that. But that is basically it. That is the goal of the stream, is to get that looking neat. Now, it takes me I'm not going to stream for any more than an hour, right? I kind of feel that any longer than that would be a bit unnecessary. Because I realistically, right, given I know more or less what's there, it can be done and achieved in the amount of time that I'm thinking. So I don't see this one taking stupidly long. Because I was out, I grabbed some things. Where'd I put them? I'm gonna go put some cans in the fridge. I'll be right back, and then we're pretty much gonna get started in a minute or two. Here we are. So we're gonna get started. It is a bit of a pain to get this done. It is a cool poster. It's actually the poster you get in the box for the game. Probably quite still findable, so everything that's there is just going to get ripped out and chucked on the bed till I reorganise it, with the exception of the Lego set we've got sitting in there, which is the 2025 UCS 51. So I set myself a goal of an hour to do this. I don't want the live stream being any longer than that realistically, but we'll soon see. Soon see how good I am at apparently making things longer than they should be. If there's anything notable, I'll point it out, but we're more or less just gutting this area. There is some Lego in here. Yeah, I found a reason to make this stream relevant. Like, there's parts and stuff in here, as well as the big Jabba the Hutt big figs actually in here. You can see all that. He's in there. Essentially, this is stuff that we'll have to reorganise onto shelf 1 and shelf 2 when we get a chance. That won't be this stream, but at least I now know where I put that. You know, we've got boxes for Lego's Pharaoh's Quest in there. I've got apparently that. And I've been reorganising other areas and getting stuff prepped. I'll admit that has like turned into a slight storage area, so there is random things. I was given these, it's these LED lights that I suppose you could plug into a USB and use. Still not figure out how I'd use those, but you know, I like to come up with creative purposes for things. I've got this bag here on standby should I decide that something has served its purpose and should go. But that's kind of what the purpose of this stream is going to be. If I can have it done within like half an hour, 45 minutes, that'd be great. So I don't want to give you guys the full stream, you know, that could be achieved out of this. But it's... But if I can achieve it in a more reasonable time, then I'm happy. That's going to go there. I'm going to wash that and use it for something because that could have a use. When bulk buying goes extremely slightly wrong. Brought to you by Impulse Buys. Yeah, having a great day. How are you? That is an insult. Yeah, thanks. Because my hair's totally blonde and I totally have aviator glasses. Did Jeffrey Dahmer have facial hair? I don't remember. I just nothing to know about. No, I'm not old. I wasn't. That's like before. I don't quite remember. Even though I watched that goddamn Netflix thing. Thanks. See, that's the thing. You can't, because I don't have the donation thing active on here. Some people want me to do a PayPal thing. I'm eventually going to get around to doing that, but here, check out. That's the weird thing. A lot of people say that. It's one of those like weird things. People are attracted to serial killers or something. In all fairness, I remember at one point there was a TikTok trend that's that whole, was it Hear Me Out? And people kept coming up with that one, apparently. No, check out Jacob Gibb. Or Jackal Gibb, sorry. I'm going to ask you to stop commenting stuff like that. Just purely because this is a channel that some people of varying ages watch. Maybe not ideal. So go think of other people in that respect. Also, I'm just a guy with long hair, glasses, and I'm just too lazy to shave. Normally, I have a goatee. I don't normally have all this extra stuff on me, but I've been that busy with life lately, I've not had the chance to actually go ahead and shave like a normal person. To be fair, my goatee started as a laziness thing as well. Literally, I just grew the beard out and realised, oh crap, these bits are patchy. And that was a laziness beard, so I just shaved these two sides. Because that's how I shave. And then I'm like, oh, there's this bit left. And decided to grow that for like the last nearly 2 years. That's kind of how that happened. Why are we discussing the origin of my facial? Welcome to my lives. We have subjects. We don't know what the hell they are. Nice. See, these are the lights I was talking about in the previous show about sticking on, but I don't imagine these are going to work too well. Plus, these I have tried before on the Ivars, and I had one above the UCS Falcon when I first got that. It fell down and smacked the Falcon. So if it fall, and the Falcon was fine because this is a giant set, but I think with Imperial shuttles it would just smash the wings off. So no thanks. Move that. See the Lego so it can just go in there, out of the way and sort it. Thank you. It's kind of what the whole channel's about. They're cool lights, but the adhesive on them is awful. So I had one stuck to the shelf when I had the Falcon, like I was saying, and it fell down and hit the Falcon. And I tried a few ways, and the one thing I refuse to ever do is glue them. Because if you glue them, or use adhesives that aren't the sticky back, you end up losing the ability to access the batteries unless you rip it clean off, and then you ruin the shelf. I don't know why I still have those sitting around. I might use them for some other thing. But for now, they're just kind of, I don't know, maybe you'll find it on a future stream I'm sticking them up somewhere. But everything you're witnessing just now is me prepping for a video that I plan to have out during July. I have no idea, unless you've spelt them wrong, I have no idea who those are. I thought the first one was Madonna there, but I am guessing that's not who you meant to type. Look, if this is a current social media thing, then I won't have any idea. I am like the least clued up person in current events when it comes to that stuff. The amount of stuff I had sitting in there that I didn't intend to put in there but ended up there was crazy. To be fair, I've always salvaged like the bottom half of that reorganization attempt. Am I picking the numbers or am I picking the names of these people I know nothing about? Like how? Please explain how that side of it works. We'll just go with one. Command strips are good. I have used them for other things, but I'm going to see what other lighting options there is. I was looking for these. I bought these a while ago. These are they're not the zip ones, granted, but they are really good resealable bags. So they're handy for Lego related stuff. A subject I talk slightly about on this channel, or a lot. There we go, I got a number right. See, I knew I'd do something today. Got a bag with a frog on it. It's got a frog on it. I appreciate that. We're trying to get to 5,000 by the end of the year. And my parcel from very.com is being shipped out. So I should actually get that tomorrow. Don't know if I'll put an unboxing video. It's not Lego. See, when it comes to gaming, my gaming is more old school gaming. So it's like, I'll show you what I'm on about. You know, it's like PlayStation 1, PS2, PSP, and Xbox 360. And of course, I've got some Xbox One stuff there, right? And I was cool with keeping my Xbox One a couple more years, right? But this year, like, I don't keep updated in gaming news whatsoever. And 3 games this year that I want to play have dropped. 2 have dropped. One is going to drop. And I came to the annoying realization that my Xbox One will not be allowed to play either any of these games because it can no longer run current games. Which, look, I don't really keep up with modern gaming news. Like, the last time I paid attention to anything gaming was when the PS5 and Xbox Series X launched about 6 years ago. So I had to go buy myself a console in order to play Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, Forza Horizon 6, and Grand Theft Auto 6. All games that we're getting this year, providing one of them actually comes out this year like they say it will. So I've had to go buy an Xbox Series S. So I did all my research to see if it would be able to play these new games. It will, which is great. I did debate getting a Series X, but I didn't feel like spending that kind of money. I might later down the line trade it in and do one, but I want to play these games like now, so, or the 2 that are out now. So as what I could afford, so it's been shipped. I bought it from like Very on payments because that just seemed like the smarter way to go. Just all the stuff I had here in storage. Again, so you go back like maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I had this so well sorted. Hey there. And now it ain't. One second, I'm going to check a message. There's a variety of random things in here, to be fair. Right. There's an entire bag of Clone Wars figures in here that I have actually not been able to do anything with. Also, I've now got access to the control module for this. Look. Ah. In the top of the cabinet's a clone helmet and a PS2. It's a very interesting display cabinet at times. Right. Now, what's here that can stay this way? Right, what adjustment? I feel I don't have to rip any more of this out. I think I can make what's here work. So I'm going to, in fact, I'll rip this out, right, along with these couple of bags. And we'll try and have the 04 X-Wing box on the bottom. See, I try, nowadays at least, when I'm buying Lego sets, especially retro ones, not to get boxes because I end up with a box storage problem. I already have it. But the best condition one at the best price, it had the sets box, so it's now part of my collection. And you know, if I'd been a set from like 2015 or newer, I would have just been like, the box can go. But being a set from 2004, the box has lasted 22 years. Why would I destroy that box? I feel I wouldn't be happy with myself if I did. Got these 2 boxes here, Pharaoh's Quest and the 2010 Lux Landspeeder box. I really wish I didn't keep boxes. I'm so bad for it, but just me in my head it makes sense. So that's kind of where we're at. It's looking good. As much as I've not been able to find a place where I like it, I mean, possible with my TV unit, eventually, if I decide I want to go that direction. Anyway, is this... it's about the same length. I probably could have this. I'm not doing that tonight. I don't feel like doing it tonight. That can go there back in storage. So these folders and these base plates, I do keep stuff in these folders and whatnot, so they are going back on there. But as long as this looks like decently nice, then I'm happy. Just for, especially when I do that room tour video. I mean, granted, the Slave 1 has to live there along with that stand. It's not great. I would really, you know, I'd like to put it somewhere better, but that's not completely an option. At least not right now. Like, it's to be figured out, basically. I'm moving the Lego Avengers shield truck somewhere, and it's basically sat buried for a while, but it is really dusty. I'm going to quickly clean this up. So we're like just over 20 minutes in. I'm gonna see if I can condense this into another 10 minutes stream. Like, as much as I would like it to go longer, I also want to be reasonable with the time I'm taking on this, because I don't. If I get distracted, this will, and I guarantee will turn into like a multi-hour stream, because I'm guilty of doing that a lot. And at least with this stream in particular, we are trying to avoid me doing said thing. We're trying very hard on that. I regret to inform me that my annoyance will no longer be tolerated by me. Right. In the bottom, that does look a hell of a lot, like, much neater. Well, we've made some progress there. See, over the last decade plus, there really has been. And that's the funny thing. So, you know, we will see some of the sets in this room. They assume that I paid market value. Some of these sets I bought, like, I've got some sets and minifigures in here that I bought way before they ballooned. Like, I got, give an example, right? A Phase 1 Captain Rex minifigure, right? That's what? That has to be closer to 100 than it is 50, right? Easily. I remember buying, like, about 9 years ago, one of the sets he came in, the Battle for Geonosis. I think that set back then cost £45 on the sealed market. It's one of those crazy, crazy things. So, like, yeah, where I do have a lot of stuff that you would consider crazy expensive, I didn't pay market for most of the stuff I have. Because all the stuff I have, granted, I've owned for years. And I'd say that's a contributing factor to what I've got. But, you know, it's one of those hobbies that pays for itself in a way, because if I ever wanted to sell some of this stuff, I could easily get what I paid, or even more in some cases, like, without trying. Sweating badly in here today. Been warm again. Oh no, it's a nice collection. It's what I like to call a curated collection. Because some people will collect purely on, like, what they can get out of it content-wise. I like to collect on what era of, like, Star Wars I like the most. And that's kind of like 2005 to 2013 is mostly what my collection is. Now let's get the last of this stuff in and sorted. And that is stuff that I will be keeping. Gonna have this book in here as well. It's a useful book for some of the content I'm currently doing. Very positive, you know. It's a really cool retro book. But it's looking like we're going to finish this up in the next couple of minutes, which again is great because I gave myself a goal and I'm actually meeting it. Then I'm going to keep that and do something with it. Got this bag here that is stewing. Again, I need to go through some of these because I've got parts I need in them. But that is, you can actually see the Slave one again, so that's how you know it's been much better organised. you know, it's what you were saying. There's certain things in this room, right? That I appreciate that. There's some things in this room like Cloud City or things like the Republic dropship with AT-OT or the 2007. You can't really see it because of the glare. The 2007 UCS Falcon. See, if I had to start again tomorrow, I would not buy those. It's not because they're good sets, but they're a result of deals that I've gotten over the years. To be fair, all those sets just mentioned, most of which were just purchased in the last couple of years. It's been insane luck. So, like the dropship with AT-OT, I picked that up for 400 because it had no figures in it, no instructions, and it was an auction. So I actually just grabbed that last second. Given what that set can sell for, that's actually quite a good deal. The 2007 UCS Falcon, I only was able to pick one of these up because a friend of mine introduced me to the concept of what a Klarna account is. I pay it over 3 months, but I was able to get myself an 07 UCS Falcon, which to me, the 2017 one, which is one you can still buy from Lego as far as I'm aware, isn't a bad set, but a lot of people, when you look at collections, I'm not saying everybody, but a good chunk of people who are of that one. I've thought to myself, yeah, it's a cool set, but I want something a bit more unique in that way. I'm not saying that's unique, but when you see people showing UCS sets, if they've been collecting a while or have the bank balance, you typically don't see that one. Not as much as you would, not as much as I thought people would have. There's definitely one of those sets that seems to have done some appreciating as well, because it's worth a bit, especially if you get it with that certificate. So it is far from perfect. Work is required on that, but it's a hell of a lot more manageable than it was 28 minutes ago. And I mean a lot more manageable. That's the cracked one. It's going. But yeah, I'll show you what we got done. So essentially that, you can now see the set that's in there. I'll even shine the torch like we did in the last one. See you later, man, but we managed to get this to a better degree of organized, so I'm happy. We'll try and tackle this and finish this off throughout the rest of the week. But we're getting somewhere with the stuff, so I'll see you guys in the next stream.